In a quiet little village at the edge of the world, the sky turned violet as the sun dipped below the hills. Little Ivafeyza, wrapped in her soft pink jacket and sneakers sparkling with stardust, chased a glowing lantern that had floated away from a nearby celebration. It bobbed and weaved through the breeze, dancing like it had a secret to tell. With a giggle and outstretched hand, Ivafeyza followed it beyond the fences, past the gardens, and into a mystery far above the clouds. Behind her grandmother's garden, hidden beneath ivy and petals, Ivafeyza discovered an old stone stairway coiling into the mist. Each step shimmered faintly with ancient magic, and as she climbed, the air grew lighter, the breeze sweeter, and the stars closer. With every step, her heartbeat echoed with wonder what world waited above the sky. She emerged above the clouds and gasped. A magical floating village hovered in the sky, its lantern-lit bridges winding through cottony air. Lanterns of every size and color floated gently around glowing homes shaped like blossoms and feathers. It was a world no one had seen in ages, a village of forgotten wishes. As she stepped onto the cloud-carved paths, tiny villagers made of starlight gathered around her, their bodies shimmering like constellations. One with a beard of sparkles spoke in a warm, ringing tone. "You have found us, little light bearer. But our heart has dimmed, the lantern of lost wishes no longer shines. Will you help us remember?" Ivafeyza nodded without hesitation. They led her to a balcony of light, where a great hollow lantern stood cold and cracked. The elder villager placed a gentle crown of stars on her head and said, "Only one was a true wish, and a kind soul may relight the lantern." Ivafeyza stepped forward, clutching her nameplate and whispering softly, "Then I will try for all the forgotten dreams," and the lantern pulsed faintly, as if awakening. Suddenly, a golden feather floated down from the sky, landing in Ivafeyza's hands. It shimmered with ancient magic. The villagers smiled and pointed skyward. From the mist emerged a majestic owl, enormous, wise, and cloaked in twilight stars, with courage in her heart. Ivafeyza climbed onto its back, gripping the feather like a promise. Together, they soared into the skies, toward bridges made of dreams. They arrived at a stargate cracked with time, guarded by a moon-shaped spirit with glowing eyes and a mischievous laugh. "To pass," it sang, "you must answer this. What has no voice, yet speaks to all who listen." Ivafeyza thought hard, then whispered, "A wish." The spirit giggled with delight and waved them through the sparkling gateway. Beyond the gate lay a sky lake, as smooth as glass and deep as night. The owl landed on its shore, and Ivafeyza saw her reflection not as she was, but as the brave soul she was becoming. Each step on the lake's surface rippled like a memory. She held the feather close, walking gently across the mirrored world, guided by starlight. In the center of the lake, a soft sob echoed in the air. A puffy cloud, once bright, now wept silently, gray and dim. "I've lost my rain," it cried, "and with it, my purpose." Ivafeyza's heart swelled. She knelt, wrapped her arms around the cloud, and placed her glowing nameplate on its heart. A single silver raindrop fell, then hundreds. The cloud brightened, spinning in joyful rain. The lake shimmered as the cloud spun upward, releasing joyful drops that painted the sky with color. Flowers bloomed on the floating bridges, and laughter echoed across the village. The owl gave Ivafeyza a proud nod. She had not just passed through the sky, she had healed a part of it, and the journey was far from over. High above the clouds stood the lantern temple, hidden behind time and tides of stars. Its tall silver doors were sealed shut, covered in glowing script. Ivafeyza stepped forward, her presence alone stirring the air. The owl bowed and vanished into mist, leaving her at the foot of destiny. Here, where time stood still, her next step would awaken the forgotten heart of light. Ivafeyza closed her eyes and listened. The stars hummed gently, a lullaby only hearts could hear. Then she sang. Her voice was soft, full of warmth and wonder. As her melody drifted through the silence, the silver doors began to glow, then creaked open, revealing a chamber of suspended wishes, thousands of lights floating like silent stars. She stepped into the chamber, her breath caught in awe. Glowing orbs drifted lazily through the air, old wishes from children and dreamers, all dimmed by time. Some flickered, barely alive, others had turned cold. Ivafeyza walked gently among them, whispering hope to each one she passed, until the room began to shimmer, like dawn stretching through the dark. At the center of the chamber hovered a crystal cage. Inside it, a spirit with golden eyes looked up at Ivafeyza, its glow faint. "I was the first wish ever made," it whispered, "and I was forgotten." Ivafeyza stepped closer, placing a hand on the glass. "You are remembered now," she said softly. The crystal began to crack. With a deep breath, Ivafeyza whispered one word, "Believe." The chamber pulsed, the crystal cage shattered into stardust, and the spirit rose free, its light soaring high into the lantern dome. All around her, forgotten wishes began to shine anew. Ivafeyza stood in the glow, her heart brighter than ever and the journey far from over. Guided by the freed spirit, Ivafeyza approached a winding staircase made of glowing lantern strings, spiraling up toward the sky. She climbed with steady steps, each one lighting the path ahead. Winds whispered forgotten dreams around her, but she held firm. At the top stood the lantern's heart, vast, golden, and silent. Ivafeyza stood before the great lantern core, its surface cracked like an old teacup, its glow nearly gone. She gently placed her hand over its center. Her fingers glowed faintly, the warmth of her own wish flowing outward. It wasn't a wish for herself, it was for everyone who had ever felt forgotten. With a sound like stars awakening, the lantern pulsed, then another pulse, and then an explosion of brilliant golden light shot through the sky, stretching from one edge of the horizon to the other. Lanterns lit up across the floating village. The wish spirit danced in the air, its laughter ringing like chimes. Hope had returned. The entire village burst into celebration. Bridges shimmered with lanterns. Children of light sang songs in swirling air. A feast of dreams filled the skies with color. Ivafeyza walked among them, her nameplate glowing with pride, and above her, the lanterns formed her name in the stars, a tribute to the girl who brought light back to the skies. As the final lantern rose, the elder spirit approached her and bowed deeply. "You've done more than rekindle a flame," he said. "You've reminded the world to believe again." Ivafeyza smiled, her eyes glistening. She had not expected thanks, only that the wishes would live again, and they had. As the lantern lights quieted and the skies grew still, the elder lantern spirit hovered before Ivafeyza once more. In its glowing hands, it held a pearl of radiant light. "You may make one wish," he said. "Any wish, and it shall be yours." The village waited, silent and shimmering. Ivafeyza sought for a long time, not of toys or sweets, but of dreams yet unlived. She stepped forward, voice steady and clear. "I wish that every forgotten wish in the world could be remembered again." The lantern spirit's glow surged, and in the blink of a heartbeat, the sky was filled with tiny lights, millions of lanterns, awakening from centuries of silence. Each one carried a dream back to its dreamer. Lanterns drifted like stardust through the heavens, winding through villages, forests, deserts, and seas. Children laughed, elders wept, hearts warmed. The floating village sparkled like a second moon, its light shining for all who dared to hope. Ivafeyza gazed at the wonder she had set free, knowing that even small voices could echo forever. The spirit gently placed a glowing lantern in Ivafeyza's hands. "Time to go home, light bearer," he said, with a grateful nod. She stepped onto a bridge of stars that slowly lowered her back to her village. The rooftops twinkled beneath her. She floated like a dream, returning to sleep, peaceful, proud, and glowing. That night, as Ivafeyza lay in bed, the wind carried a gentle whisper through her open window. Outside, a single lantern hovered, golden and alive. It blinked once, then drifted into the night, whispering a soft, grateful, "Thank you." And somewhere in the sky, another forgotten wish found its way home.